Welcome! Today's lessons comes to you from the shores of the beaches in Hawaii. How about that for a change, huh? And we're going to be talking about inventory. So there's a couple of things that I just wanted to mention. We need to keep track of our inventory because it affects cost of goods sold and our balance sheet and actually our income as well. So just a couple of things to think about. One, many big companies use what we call a perpetual method of inventory, so they can always look up on their computer to see what they have in stock so they can sell it and see if they need to order more. Periodic is another method we could use. We don't have an actual record. Kind of at the end of the year we figure out what we bought, what's left, and whatever's not left we must be cost of goods sold. And to make it even more interesting, we have three different methods that we can use to track our inventory. We can use first in, first out, or FIFO. And in that method, we sell the first items we bought first, and the last items we bought end up in inventory. We could use LIFO, or last in, first out. So we figure we sell the last items we bought, and the first items we bought are still in inventory. Or we could use weighted average. This way we calculate an average cost whenever we buy new items. So that kind of comes up in between. So we're going to start off by taking a look at, here we go, exercise 5.3 on page 241 in the text. Okay, so here's an example. This is the Laker Company, and this is for January. So they started out with 140 units that cost $6 a piece. And then they sold 100 of those at 15 bucks. Well, we don't care what they sold it for, we just want the cost. So if the units we have cost $6, we're going to use $6 as their cost. Then we purchased another 60 at 5 bucks, and then we sold another 80 at 50. So whoops, and we're not sure what that cost is. We'll have to figure it out. So let's go figure that out. We'll start with FIFO, first in, first out. So here's the record of where we started, 140 units. And I put together a little table to help us. So this table has 3 sections. Each section is 3 columns. So it's our purchases and beginning inventory starts with the units, cost, and total dollars. The next three columns involve our sales at cost. So it's the units, cost of the units, total cost. If we add this up at the end of the month, this will be our total cost of goods sold for all of our units. Finally, the inventory balance. So this should tie out to our inventory account on the balance sheet. So we've got 140 units, cost $6. We've got $840 invested. So that's where we are on January 1st. Then on the 10th, we sold 100 units, and because our previous cost was $6, we're going to say that's what those units cost us. So that's 100 times 6, $600 cost of goods sold. What we have left, we had 140 units, less the 100 we sold, so we've got 40 units left. It cost us $6. We got $240 left in inventory. Okay. Then we bought 60 more, but these are at $5. Okay, so we're going to go over to our inventory balance column. Because the cost is different, I'm going to use a different line for each of these items. So we've got the 40 units that we started with, or we had left from the 10th, at $6, and then the new 60 units we bought on the 20th at $5. So this represents our total inventory cost at that particular time. Okay? Then we sold $80. So since this particular answer is on FIFO, just type it in and make sure you see it. Which ones do we sell? Well, FIFO means we sell the first ones we had first. So we're going to say we sold 40, this top group here first. So we're going to say we sold 40 at $6, which is $240. And then since we sold 80 altogether, we must have sold another 40 from the last batch we got, which cost us $5. So 40 times 5 would be what? 200. Okay? And what do we have left now? Well, let's see. Oops, let me draw one here. Well, we sold these 40 up here. Those guys are gone. We had 60 at this price, but we sold 40 of them. So we must have 20 left at $5. So we have $100 left in inventory. Okay? Wow, that's how this one works. And that's a pretty good example just for the first few sessions there. Wow, wait a minute. 5 minutes already. All right, let's go and try this under FIFO. Or LIFO. Last in, first out. Okay? So here we got the same deal. Okay, we started with some, we sold some, we bought some on the 20th. So we're selling on the 25th, we're selling 80. So in this case, instead of going to the top of this last group, we're going to go to the bottom of this last group. So we're going to say we sold those 60 first at $5. So that's what, $300. And since we sold 80 altogether, we've got 20 more to account for. We're going to take those 20 out of this top group. So we're going to take 20 out of here at $6. That's $120. Okay? So what do we have left? Oops. This whole thing here. We have 20 of this top group left. So we have 20 at $6, $120 left. So that's different from what we calculated when we did FIFO, right? Then on the bottom we have our weighted average, and I just kind of want to do this one a little bit over. First two rows look like they're going to be okay. On this third one, oh, it's a little bit different. Let's put weighted average here. On this next purchase on the 20th, what we have to do is add these things together. So before this purchase, we had 40. We bought 60 more, so we have a total of 100 units. We had $240 invested in inventory, plus we've got another 300. We add those two together, we have $540 in inventory. And we take the average, I divide 100 units into the $540. Our average cost, weighted average cost, is now $540. And here on the 25th again we sold 80, so we can just mark that down. We had 80 and we sold those at $5.40. So whatever that is, 80 times 540. Our cost of goods sold is $432 in this case. All right. And what do we have left? Well, we had 100. We sold 80, so we have 20 left. Our weighted average cost, $540. So our new inventory balance is going to be 20 units times $540, or $108. So I hope that explains a little bit of the difference between FIFO, LIFO, and weighted average. Thanks.